A prominent candidate is being accused of letting his religion interfere too much with his politics. Councilman Gary Aquino is sticking to his guns, though, saying moral issues are more important than party rules. KITV4's Daryl Huff talked with both sides today. Daryl?
Laura, Gary Aquino says because he's running against the architect of the proposed civil unions law, he's become a target of liberal radicals he said are taking over the Democratic Party.
If you want a society that is righteous and moral, that's what you got to base your vote on. And it doesn't matter whether the candidate is a Democrat or a Republican.
Gary Aquino put action behind those words by endorsing a long list of candidates, shown here in red, who he described as best aligned with God's values or morality, based mostly on their positions on same-sex marriage, abortion, and assisted suicide. Most were Republicans. Mufi Hannemann, one of the few Democrats of whom Aquino approves.
Mr. Aquino has stated these good Democrats are from, quote, the dark side, and has endorsed a slate of mostly Republican candidates that he says are, quote, righteous.
A group of progressive Democratic Party activists are calling for Aquino to be expelled from the party for endorsing Republicans.
They expel me from the party, and I'm going to have to work from the outside. But regardless, I'm not going to change my outlook.
Aquino says other Democrats break other rules, but he's being targeted because he's running against Blake Oshiro, the House Judiciary Chairman who championed the civil unions legislation.
I think initially there was some fear and trepidation that this would turn into a personal attack.
But Oshiro says social issues have not yet dominated the campaign for the 33rd District from Aiea to Halava. He thinks Aquino is only hurting himself.
When you've called out your colleagues as being on the dark side and basically campaigned against them, how effective are you going to be when you have to work with them in caucus?
That someone would be willing to stand up and not say that party is what matters, but values is what matters. That is resonating very well in the community.
The complaint against Aquino has several steps to go through within the party discipline process, so don't look for a result anytime soon, Laura.
Well, still, this exchange of words getting pretty intense, Daryl. Has this kind of thing come up before?
Well, complaints of the Democratic Party have been brought up before, but generally because the process takes so long, some kind of face-saving compromise is usually reached without anyone actually having been expelled, Laura.
All right, thanks, Daryl.